NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Right to the air is Jackson. He's able to find Melton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From his end zone, here's Traymon Smith.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, is going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson.
This will be complete to Mechie.
This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
Dancing to his left. And he will find his man Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
And they go play action with Howell.
And that'll be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
But now it's 3rd and goal.
Howell, 3rd and goal. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Commanders 14, Texans nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
16-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
This will be caught at Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 65 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and it's now 21-0.
The score, Commanders 21, Texans nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They go play action now. Jackson.
That's complete to Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Third down, here's Pierce.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
The score, Commanders 21, Texans nothing.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now throwing on first down here.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
It's Howell with another throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Howell throwing on third down here.
Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And once more, Howell back to the air.
And it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Left wing 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On second down and 4. Howell under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
3rd and long, here's Howell.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 47 yards.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Come on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out,
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Tremont Smith on the return. The Texans take over first down again at their own 43-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire. And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here's Howell. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
First down, Howell to throw.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Howell now to throw it.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Throwing here, Howell.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Howell.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
That's caught by Howard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
On the set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check. 65 check.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Christian Kirksey The O-line can't stop him, and he gets the sack. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide, as they've established already.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taking in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Rig alert! Rig alert! On the ball! On the ball!
Play action. Now Jackson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
19 tight! 19 tight!
They go play action with Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Here we go! Here we go!
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Hey! Smash Bronco! Go!
Here's Pierce. Will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Hey, pass! Pioneer! 19 right! Cut 19! Cut 19! Trap 60! Trap 60! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson.
The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Houston. John Mechie with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Let's go now.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
79 Broncos. Mustang 19. 18 Rebels. 18 Rebels. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Back to throw. Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Howell, he'll look to throw it.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Here's Smith to return it.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Texans. Bo Melton, 56 yards. And the Texans are able to claw one back. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Howell buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's letting it fly for Cooks.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On third down, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders. First down, Hal to throw.
And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Texans take over first down at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost...
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but
I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 13 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
6 yards there on the keeper and 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sly on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 66, Texans 18.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Talk about two sides of the ball and cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Check mash, check mash. Big lion.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he's going to let it fly.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3.
Jackson now.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Here we go. Set.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Commanders,
their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Texans,